Everybody comes to me because they know my 98.6% winning percentage last year. When you think about that, you let that sink in how great that is. That's amazing. My clients have won millions, and I mean millions of dollars, off my fucking vascular knowledge of the game of football, specifically NFL knowledge. And I'm going to give you some of that free knowledge right now. I don't charge. I just look at you as my clients, because a client of mine is a client of death and holy matrimony in the art of winning money. First game, Dallas getting 8.5 at Tampa Bay. Mike McCarthy is this. He's a puppet. When I seen Jerry Jones in there, involved in everything, in the meetings, the cutting of the players, I said, I'm surprised Bill Parcells actually was a coach there, because it's a puppet show there. Mike McCarthy is a garbage coach. He's basically the white version of Michael G. Tomlin. He was carried by a Hall of Fame quarterback to get a Super Bowl. He's horrible. The Buccaneers will slaughter this team, and Jerry Jones will strongly consider firing Mike McCarthy, because it's going to get ugly tonight. Look at the Buccaneers to go about 40 points. Dallas will score maybe 14 at best. They're terrible. It's a garbage team by a garbage coach. Philadelphia at Atlanta. Atlanta's giving the Eagles 3 points. Probably can give them 20, because I'm going to tell you something right now. Jalen Hurts is fucking trash. He's not an NFL caliber quarterback. He's just not good. The Eagles need help in so many different variations of variables. And Matt Ryan may throw for 4 TDs today. They should have got the win last opening day against Dallas. They choked it away. It's not going to happen today. The Falcons will win big. Pittsburgh Steelers getting 6.5 at Buffalo. The start of the end for Steeler fans, as we all know it. Mike Tomlin is the most overrated coach in sports history. They're going to take a bludgeoning tonight at the hands of the Buffalo Bills. Or not tonight, Sunday. It's going to get ugly very quickly in Orchard Park. It's going to get so ugly, you're going to think DJ Keemster's on your television screen. The Bills are going to maul the Steelers 46-14, and it's going to be a bludgeoning. Steelers players, Ben Roethlisberger is going to look like shit. His arm's terrible. He shouldn't be quarterback right now. Steelers need to address the quarterback situation. They need to address it quickly, because Ben Roethlisberger will not finish the year, because he just doesn't have it anymore. He's questioning himself. Minnesota Vikings giving 3 to the Cincinnati Bengals at Cincinnati. I highly suspect and doubt that Joe Burrow makes it out of this game. I don't think Joe Burrow makes it out of this season. I believe that injury. I believe Joe Burrow is being rushed back. I don't think Joe Burrow should play for the first month of the season. Bengals are going nowhere. This is your future quarterback. To me, they're rushing him back. I don't think he should play for the first month of the season. And let's be honest, he played last year, 8-9 games? He won 2 games. Usually, quarterbacks, when they come in, they're just hyped up number 1 picks. They get to play. Baker Mayfield took a team that was 0-16, 1-35, and I think he won 7-7 his rookie year. Joe Burrow didn't do that. He went like 2-7, 2-8, 2-9, something like that. So I'm not sold on Joe Burrow, and I definitely don't know if he makes it out of the season, because I think he's preoccupied with an injury, and I think he's being rushed back. That being said, Mike Zimmer. Don Zimmer's a fat slob that got beat up by Pedro Martinez. I think Mike Zimmer, defensive guru, who also coached the Cincinnati for years, defense coordinator. I think they frustrate Joseph Burrow if he gets out of this game. I think the Vikings and Daniel Cousins put up 35 points on this defense that the Bengals think they have, and I think they win the game something like 35-17. San Francisco giving 7.5 Detroit Lions. This is what Dan Campbell guy. We've seen it before. Rah coaches. This guy. Oh, the players love him. Please. Dan Campbell is nothing more than a retread, fucking laughable caricature of a cartoon character. The Detroit Lions. They picked the worst guy as a head coach. This guy's not a head coach. Basically, you know what he is? He's someone like me on YouTube that got a job as a head coach, and it's embarrassment. The 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo has to have a big game, because if he doesn't have a good game today, then guess what? Or Sunday, guess what? That opens the door for Trey Fitzsimmons, Lance. And guess what? You give Trey Lance a little crack in the door, he may take it, even though I don't think Trey Lance is the answer, but he may take it, and Garoppolo may not get another chance this season. So once they go to trade Daniel Lance, they're not going back to Garoppolo. And that's the case. Garoppolo has a big game, and I suspect he will have a big game. You look for the 49ers to win 35-9. Arizona getting 3 points at Tennessee. Kyler Murray. What a joke. Everyone wanted to crown this guy his rookie year. And he regressed severely. I'm not sold on Kyler Murray. Tennessee's got a powerful offense with Ryan Jesus, Tannehill, and the guy from Atlanta, I forget his name, Julio Savarone Jones. And the receivers are just unbelievable. Couple that with Derrick Henry. This offense is capable of putting 40 points on the board. The defense is revamped. I look for the Falcons to destroy the Cardinals somewhere along the lines of 40 to 17. Seattle giving 2.5 to Indianapolis. Carson Wentz is a cancer to any team. This was a mistake signing Carson Wentz. In fact, I'm going to tell you right now, Phillip Rivers will be back by October because the failed experiment with Carson Wentz is going to fucking end miserably. They're going to have to get Phillip Rivers out of retirement. The Seahawks are going to come with a win here because it's not because the defense of the Indianapolis Colts, it's because Carson Wentz is fucking trash if he plays. But I like the Seahawks in this game. 27 to 17. Los Angeles Chargers getting one at the Washington football team. Washington Redskins. I'm sorry, the Redskins. Redskins giving the Chargers one. And this Justin Herbert kid played great last year. Broke Baker Mayfield's rookie record touchdown or whatever. Problem is, there's going to be a lot of fans in the stands this year. It's a little different than last year. No fans. That being said, I do like the Chargers to go into Washington. Even though that vaunted front seven that the Redskins have, I do believe they get the job done. I do believe Justin Herbert has a good game. 300 yards. And I do believe they win 27 to 20. The New York Jets getting 4 at Carolina. I think Zach Wilson. I think Zach Daniel Wilson shows why he was the best quarterback in this draft. Kid looked great in the preseason. Samuel Vehement Darnold is not the solution. He's not the answer. He never was. He was a horrible draft pick, weak arm, basically a Joe Burrow clone. I think the Jets go in here under the tutelage and guidance of Robert Saleh. I think they get the win, though, because of Zach Wilson, not because of Saleh, because of Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson plays unbelievable this game. Even though North Carolina's revamped the defense, but I think Zach Wilson comes out here and looks the part. And I think they get the win. I'm not going to give you a final score because I could give a flying fuck, but I think they get the win. So take the 4 points. You're going to get the win. And Carolina's in trouble this season because Samuel Fitzsimmons Darnold is not the fucking solution. Jacksonville getting 3 at Houston. Or no, Jacksonville giving Houston 3 because of Tyrod Taylor. Now, if Deshaun Watson was starting, the Houston Texans would be favored by at least 6. I don't believe a rookie head coach, our rookie quarterback, should be favored in this game, even though David Kellen, I think's his name, in Houston, don't have a quarterback in Tyrod Taylor. I do believe. I think Houston puts the clamps on Trevor Lawrence. I think they stymie him. I think they stop him. I think they get the win here. They will get the win. With the 3 points, I think they win outright, Houston. I don't think they should be underdogs at home. I just don't. The big game of the day, Cleveland getting 6 at KC. This is a rematch, and the Browns are stewing over it last year. The Browns should have won that playoff game last year, but Kevin fucking Stefanski cost them because of his terrible play calling. I do believe this time the Kansas City Chiefs are going to realize they got a problem. And the problem is the Cleveland Browns because they're going to see them in January, and they don't want to see them, but they're going to see them in fucking Cleveland. And Cleveland's going to win the Super Bowl this year. But I like this game. I think this game's going to be the true test of the fucking greatness of the Cleveland Browns. They opened the season much like they did a couple years ago in the Freddie Kitchen. They were all fucking heavily favored by everybody else to do great. They opened against the Titans. They got shellacked at home. The difference this time is this isn't Freddie Kitchens. This is Kevin Daniel Stefanski. I like the Browns to go in there with the defense that they revamped. They got a real good defense. Now, last year they ran on high school defense and they held the fucking Chiefs to 22 points in that playoff game, which they should have won. You hold the Chiefs to... People are like, well, the Browns defense cost them the game. The Browns had a high school defense last year, but they held them for 22 points. Kevin Stefanski didn't get the fucking job done. The team looked so much better the week before against the number 1 defense in the league. Kevin Stefanski wasn't coaching that day. Kevin, you got no excuse. You need to win this game. I like the Browns in this game, a high-scoring game, even though the Browns defense you can't contain. You can contain KC. We've seen it with, what's it called? But I like this to be a high-scoring game, somewhere like 36-24. Cleveland Browns win this game. Miami Dolphins getting 3 at New England. Mac, Doofius Jones. Everyone's talking about how great he is. Oh, he's so calm. He's a tough guy. He's not the biggest guy, but listen, this is an inauspicious spot to put a young kid in like this against Brian Jesus Flores. And I'm telling you something right now. He knows Bill Belichick's tricks. He knows what he likes to do because he used to coach in New England. And I'm going to tell you another thing right now. He's going to stymie this Mac Jones and this Patriot offense. And by the way, Patriots offense is garbage. So I like the Dolphins, even though Tua is a horrible player in my opinion. I don't think he's a good quarterback at all. I think the Dolphins missed the boat on Tua. I think they're wasting time with him. They should have kept Fitzpatrick or whoever the fuck it was. But Tua's garbage. They need to get rid of him. They need to get a quarterback because Tua's not the answer. But I do believe they go in there and they get this win against Daniel Jones. Especially, I think they went outright, even though they're getting 3 points. Green Bay giving 4 to New Orleans Saints at New Orleans. This is an interesting game. Aaron Rodgers needs to shut the critics up now because he blew that playoff game. Actually, his coach blew the playoff game last year because they should have had him ran, whatever. But anyway, I believe Jameis Winston will have the game of his life. I happen to be one of them guys that think Jameis Winston is going to be a great quarterback in this league. I think people gave up on him too soon. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, and I think the fucking Saints come out outright and win this game, even though they're getting 4 points. I like the Saints to win this game at home. I like Jameis Winston in this game. Denver Broncos giving 3 to the New York football team, Giants. Is there going to be some tall people trying about, I don't like the Giant name, I want them to change it? There might be. You never know. But anyway, Daniel Jones, this is your year. You got to make it happen. You don't make it happen this year, guess what? You're going to be looking for a new job. Dave Gettleman, you failed this organization by drafting Saquon Barkley, number 2. What a dumbass move that was. You could have had Josh Poultry House Allen, and you fucked up. You took Saquon Barkley. You are a travesty to that fucking franchise. That being said, I don't think Theodore Bridgewater's the answer, and I certainly don't think Drew Lock's the answer. I think Denver wins this game, and I think they cover on the road. I do. I do believe they stymied Daniel Jones, and I think they win. I do. Chicago getting 7.5 at the Los Angeles. Wait. What the fuck is this? Los Angeles Rams. Stop. Justin Fields will be in this game by halftime. The Rams will be up somewhere like 21-3. Justin Fields will come in and lead them to come from behind win. This is the game Justin Fields is a breakout. They will come back after a 21-3 deficit. They'll get the win because of Justin Fields' play. I'm not sold on Stafford. Look, if he is a great player, but if Mayfield had them statistics and had that same career, they'd be ripping him apart. And the final game, the Monday Nighter, the Baltimore Ravens giving 4.5 to the Las Vegas Raiders at Las Vegas. You know, I'm one of them guys that think Derek Carr's a pretty good quarterback. I think they're going to, even though I don't like, what's his name, Chucky, I think the Las Vegas Raiders win this game outright. I think, what's his name, Lamar Jackson. Remember last year, Lamar Jackson was playing like shit because he was trying to be a drop-back quarterback. Then they had to win. He went back to his old ways just running. The only way he can even maintain discipline in this game, he's going to have to run. To keep it close, he's going to have to run. But I think the Raiders pull away in the second half. I think they're just going to frustrate Lamar Jackson, and it's just going to prove why Lamar Jackson's not the answer, and they need to get a quarterback in Baltimore because they're spinning the proverbial tires right now. Why every other team's getting better in the AFC North outside of Pittsburgh. Baltimore's spinning tires with Lamar Jackson. So anyway, those are picks for the first week. And I will be doing this because you know what? I'm the greatest prognosticator ever. You don't, and I don't. I am great. God, am I great.